Hello, and welcome to another video on pandas. Today we're going to be looking at how to manipulate and change data frames. We're going to be using a lot of similar techniques that we talked about in the video on how to just look at parts of a data frame, but now we're going to actually be setting parts of a data frame or setting the values to different values and changing our data frames. So as always, we'll read in pandas and our CSV. And then to actually change some data, we'll get the ilock function to access the very second um, column and row. So that cell, set it to cool name. I couldn't think of a cool name to set that cell to, so I just said cool name. There you go. Right here, second column, second value, cool name, right there. So that worked. So this is when we can access and set a particular cell in our notebook, or not our notebook, but our data frame. So there may be instances, or more commonly than we're going to set a single cell, there might be instances where we want to set everything that's like capital graphs and make them all lowercase, or take all the misspellings of fire and make it the correct spelling of fire. I don't know how you'd misspell fire, but if you did, someone did in a data frame, we might want to need to clean that up and fix some inconsistencies, because consistency is really the name of the game in cleaning up our data. So what we can do is we can use a mask. What we're going to do is we're going to use this conditional statement to get an array of true falses for everywhere type 1 is equal to uppercase grass. We'll set that equal to our mask. Then we'll look at that, and let's just look at it for now. So I have all the instances where we have uppercase grass. That's all we have in this subset of our data frame. Now we can take that mask and in our column type 1, everywhere that we have uppercase grass in type 1 and set it equal to lowercase grass, and then look at the data frame. So what that is going to do is it's going to take all of our grass and make it lowercase grass. So that can be useful, very useful, and it'll come up later. Now, how would we even know if we have inconsistencies? Well, one thing, we can go back to our good old value counts, and this is one way of just looking at each of the values in our column, and we can say, oh, there's only one way people are spelling water, so that's good. This is already fairly clean data. We can see there are multiple spellings of things, though this can certainly happen in data frames. Another thing we can do is we can make a whole new column. So we can just access a column like sum that isn't already there, and that's going to make a new column for us. And then what we can do is we can set that new column we just created equal to HP plus attack, our data frame of HP and data frame that of attack. And so what this is going to do is going to give us a new column sum, which is the sum of HP and attack. Pretty cool. But we can do even better. What we can do is do the same thing. We'll get a total column, and we'll do lock and get all the rows. So we're summing all the rows from HP all the way up to speed. So we have HP all the way up to speed. All these columns are going to sum them all for all the rows. And axis 1 is just saying which way we're summing it. We're summing it like this or like this, essentially. And so, yep, now we should have total, which is right here. Yep, and we have the totals of, so basically we're taking all these and totaling it up. So actually, let's make sure that's correct. So we have so HP 45 plus 49 plus 49 plus 65 plus 45. So that gives us 253. And we got 318. What's wrong with that? Something's wrong here. Oh, we have, yeah, 45, 49, 49, 65. Oh, 265s are in there. Yeah, so that gives us 318. And the data frame says it's 318. So always good to check that your code is actually working the way you think it should. And the last thing we can do is maybe we don't need this sum now that we have total. So we can actually drop columns with this drop method. And we have to tell it what columns we want to drop. So we tell it columns equals and then list sum. The reason we make this a list is because we might want to add in other things like sum and you know, HP. But we don't want to do that. We just want to do sum. And then we can look at our new data frame. And there you go, we dropped the sum. So that's all we need to know for now about how to manipulate data. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I'll see you in the next one.